So, good morning, Sir Morales. This is my presentation about firewall. So, firewalls are network devices which enforce an organization's security policy. Since their development, various methods have been used to implement firewalls. These these methods filter network traffic at one more of the 7 layers of the ISO network model. Most commonly at the some newer methods such as protocol normalization and distributed firewalls, which have not yet been widely adopted. So firewalls involve more than the technology to implement them, specifying a set of filtering rules known as a policy. Is a typically complicated. Firewalls involve more than technology to implement them, specifying a set of filtering rules known as policy. So, the University of New Mexico Computer Science Department Technical Report 2002-37, authors address K. Ingham. The idea of the wall to keep out introducer dates back thousands of years. For example, over 2,000 years ago, the Chinese built the Great Wall of Protection from neighboring northern tribes. A second example is the European kings who built castles with high walls, moats to protect themselves and their subjects, both from invading armies and from marauding bands intent of pillaging and looting. The term firewall was in use by Lightoller as early as 1964 to describe walls which separated the parts of building most likely to have a fire from the rest of the structure. These physical barriers prevented the slow fire spread throughout a building, saving both lives and property. A related use of term arose in connection with steam trains and described the skimmer. In this paper, we will be concerned with firewalls in modern setting computer networks. The predecessors of firewall for network security were the routers used in the late 1980s to separate networks from one another. A network misconfiguration which caused problems on one side of the router was largely isolated from the network on the other side. In a similar vein, so-called chatty protocols on one network would not affect the other network's bandwidth. From this historical example, we can see how the term firewall came to describe a device or collection of devices which separates the occupants from potential dangerous external environments. So, the firewall is at the boundary between the two networks. All traffic between the two networks must pass through the firewall. The firewall has mechanism to allow some traffic to pass while blocking other traffic. The rules describing what traffic is allowed enforce the firewall policy. Resistant to security compromise. Auditing and accounting capabilities. Resource monitoring. No user accounts or direct user access. Strong authentication for proxies. Fail safety. If it fails, the protective systems are still secure because no traffic is allowed to pass through the. So this is we call the common firewall architectures referred to throughout this paper. The blue portion of the picture represents the trusted parts of the networks, and the red portion indicates machine or networks which are not trusted.